Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. Couple number one.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is my friend James, and we're from Hull.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Vicky, and this is my mum Colleen, and we're from the Isle of Wight.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Beth. This is my boyfriend Sean, and we are from the peninsula of the Wirral.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Michael. This is my daughter Fiona, and we're from Stockport.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very, very much indeed. Lovely to have you with us here on Pointless. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Flailing at misinformation like it's a wasp at a picnic. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Are you well?
Yeah, I really mustn't grumble.
Excellent,
Really
that's good.
mustn't. How are you? How are you?
Oh, I'm terrific.
Oh, good.
I'm 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's good. That's
I would
good
say.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
really good, isn't it? Listen, I wouldn't go higher because you mustn't get complacent.
No, good
So
point.
I'm happy on 8.5.
Yeah.
Two returning pairs from last time. Beth and Sean, welcome back. Got knocked out in round one last time. And on the final podium there, Michael and Fiona did very well last time. Head-to-headers.
They were good.
Were they not?
Yeah.
We don't have many people on the show from the Isle of Wight.
No, we don't.
Podium 2's Isle of Wight. I always wonder if it... I bet it's nice.
Oh, I bet
Will you
it's-
ask when you go along the line later?
I'll
will you
be
ask
sure to. Is
how
it
nice the
nice?
Isle of Wight is?
Yes, okay.
It seems nice.
I think it seems... I think they're quite new to the Isle of Wight. I think they've
No
moved there quite...
way.
Yes, I think they're new.
I didn't know that.
So they'll be bringing a fresh perspective on the Isle of Wight.
They'll be able to compare it to other places,
Yes.
like wherever else they came from.
Yes.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
It might be Brisbane.
It might be. I think it's London.
No.
I think so.
Oh, OK.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I bet it's gentler, quieter. Let's deal with that when it
Come
happens,
on.
shall we?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard. Oh, here's interesting news. Chris and Daniela won the jackpot last time. So that means today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. There it is. OK, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Remember this, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated, so make sure your scores are nice and low. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is Olympic medals. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries that have won more Olympic medals in the 21st century than Michael Phelps. Richard.
Put it another way, Michael Phelps, the American swimmer, in the 21st century has won 28 Olympic medals just by himself. We're looking for any country that has won 29 or more Olympic medals since 2000, please. The one thing I will say is, for things like hockey or rowing, that only counts as one medal. It's not everyone on a team getting a medal.
I see.
And those are summer Olympic medals, medals in the Summer Olympics.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. OK, so we come to you, Chris, first. Tell us all about yourself, Chris.
Yeah, I'm from Hull. I'm a local government officer. I've got a keen interest in sports, namely Hull City and just general cricket, really. So much so that I've recently qualified to become an umpire.
Oh, now that's nice.
Yeah, my playing days coming to a close, mainly due to my very lack of ability. So, unfortunately, I decided to move into the umpiring side of the game.
There was one of the newspapers last year ran a test. You could test your umpiring skill.
Yeah, I know the very test.
The very test.
Yeah.
I think out of 5, I got 1. I'm hoping, obviously, you'd be a 5 out of 5. Are you good at that?
I think so. I think I'm OK. I've only done one game so far, and it rained off. So
OK. So,
find out
the jury is still out.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, Chris. What are you going to go for? Which country?
I was wanting a sports question, and then now one's come up. I'm regretting that it's a sports question, but I'm going to go for Jamaica.
Jamaica, says Chris. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Jamaica. It's absolutely right. Not bad. Down it goes to 14. Good start to the show, Chris. Very well done. 14 for Jamaica.
48 medals in the 21st century for Jamaica, every single one of them in athletics. Every single one.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Colleen, welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Colleen.
I'm from the Isle of Wight.
Oh. More.
Only recently, 4 years. 4 years on
Where
the
were
island.
you from before that?
I was born in East London.
Very good. You're very, very good.
Wow.
And I lived the majority of my time in Essex.
Tell us a couple of things you love doing on the Isle of Wight.
The thing I've recently discovered is I love to walk. And Vicky and I are circumnavigating the island bit by bit,
How far is it all the way around?
about 70 miles.
OK, well, that's quite a walk. I mean, obviously you didn't do it in one...
We do approximately 6 or 7 miles each weekend.
That's brilliant. Colleen, so what are you going to go for? Any country that's won more medals than Michael Phelps in the 21st century?
Germany.
Germany. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Germany. It's right. It's right, it goes down to 46, not bad. 46 for Germany, for Colleen.
232 medals for Germany, Colleen. Do you know what their most successful sport is in the Olympics?
Pole vaulting.
Canoeing.
No,
40 medals in canoeing in the 21st century.
that's suspicious.
It is suspicious, isn't it? What are they
Yeah.
up to?
What are they doing?
Where are they paddling?
I don't know. Probably in the many beautiful rivers and lakes of the region.
In the Ruhr.
In the Ruhr.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Thank you. Sean, welcome back.
Good to be back.
Tell us all about yourself again, Sean.
An engineer in the gas industry.
Yes. We discovered last time, sorry, I'm interrupting you there, Sean.
Oh.
We discovered he only designs all the pipe network for gas around the country.
Well,
It's exciting.
part of a team that does that.
Oh, he's just saying that, part of the team.
He does
There's
most of the
There's
work.
a couple of them,
Yeah, it's mainly Sean.
mainly Sean. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
Oh, also a keen craft beer drinker and snob when it comes to beer. So
Oh, that's good. That proud snob when it comes to
Yes,
it.
very much so.
Do you make beer?
I have brewed in the past, yes. It's me being the man I'm meant to be. I feel like it's my calling.
I think it is.
Gas is just a sideshow.
Gas. It also plays its part in beer.
It
and
does, yeah.
beer certainly plays its part in gas. I'll give you that.
It's a circle.
So tell us. I mean, how do you make your beer so far?
I've just done it on the hob recently, so a rather large pan
Yeah.
with a bag of hops and the malt.
So you're doing absolutely
It takes
properly.
an all afternoon, yeah.
Okay.
First principles with
Beth
the
looks
hop.
so undelighted.
Yeah.
It was my pan, my hob, and he didn't sterilise anything properly. So we had flies in the kitchen, and I was wondering where they were coming from. Found them in a cupboard, because that's where you'd hidden your beer-making things.
I think we should have more dirty linen air.
Yeah, I think so too.
Enough of this beer chat. Let's get back to business. So it's countries that have won 29 or more medals in the 21st century. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Spain.
Spain. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Spain. It's right. 46 is our high score, 14 is our low. You passed the high. You passed the low. Down we go to 11. Very well done indeed, Sean.
83 medals for Spain.
That's good.
That's nice.
And
isn't it?
spread across a whole range of activities.
all sorts of things. Flamenco, I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Fiona, welcome back.
Hello.
Remind us all about yourself.
So I'm from Stockport, but at the moment I'm studying psychology at the University of York.
Yeah, wanting to go into forensics.
Yes.
See, that's exciting. What do you like getting up to in York? I mean, you're not going to be there for much longer, are you?
No,
Pretty
I'm
much.
not there for much longer at all.
What will you miss most about York?
It's got a bit more history than Stockport, to be nice to
Is that
Stockport.
beautiful? No, Stockport's lovely as well, but no, York is, you're right, it's very ancient.
It's a beautiful
isn't it?
city.
Yeah. Yeah, what sort of things did you get up to when you weren't hard at work?
Anything to do with music, really. So I'll go to a lot of gigs, play guitar and sing, and try and do that as much as possible.
Very good. OK, now, Fiona, what are you going to go for?
I'm sort of torn, but I think I'm going to stick with the sort of European trend, and I'm going to go with Greece.
Greece, says Fiona. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Greece. It's right. 46 still the high, 11 now the low. Past the high. You passed the low, down to 2. Very well done indeed, Fiona. Good work. 2 for Greece.
40 medals for Greece. By tradition, they always open the Olympic parade. Greece are always first.
It's only right. Stands to reason.
Yeah, well, they invented it.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. A long time ago.
I think it's okay.
I think it's right. Thank you. Well, halfway through the round, let's have a look at those scores too. The best score of the past, Fiona. Very well done to you. Greece, great answer. 11's where we find Sean and Beth. 14's where we find Chris and James. Colleen and Vicky are on 46. You're a little bit ahead there, but Vicky, a nice low answer from you in the next pass might just keep you in the game. So best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Michael, remind us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Stockport, not originally, obviously, originally from Belfast, and I'm a finance director for a company that make brakes.
They make brakes? You didn't tell us that. What kind of brakes do they make?
We make carbon ceramic brakes for performance cars.
That's very exciting. Does that mean you get to hang out around lots of performance cars there?
No.
No.
We have a dirty factory.
Dirty factory. So then they go off and they become clean
Yes.
and very expensive.
Yes.
That's quite fun, though. That's a nice technology to be involved in, surely.
It is. It's cutting edge.
Yeah, there we are. Michael, any country that's won more medals than Michael Phelps in the 21st century? What are you going to go for? You're the low scorers at the moment. 43 or less gets you into the next round, even at this early stage.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of questions. So I've one that I think might work, but I think it's a bit of a risk. So I'm going to have to go with one of the really obvious ones. I think I'm going to go for Australia.
Australia, says Michael. Let's see if we can get below this red line with Australia. How many people said it? It's right. It's good enough. Look at that. Down it goes 35. 37 is your total. Very well done.
218 medals for Australia, and they banged on about every single one of them.
Thank you very much, Richard. Beth, welcome back. Great to have you with us once again.
Thank
Remind
you.
us all about yourself.
I also live with Sean on the Wirral. I work as a doctor. I'm originally from Wales,
Whereabouts in Wales?
North Wales, by Conwy, by the big castle there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed.
It is.
And tell us more. There's more to hear.
I'm a very avid netball player. I'd like to say hi to the D-side Divas, who I play for every week.
D-side Divas, yes.
Of course.
Hi, D-side Divas.
Hi, D-side Divas.
You're not a beer drinker, then?
I'm not a beer drinker, no.
Might you become a beer enthusiast anytime soon?
Never, especially not now how I know how Sean makes it.
OK. Right, now, Beth, you're on 11. If you can score 34 or less, through you go.
So you took my answer of Australia. I was going to go nice and easy. The only other one I can think of that might have scored slightly low is potentially Russia.
Russia, says Beth. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Russia? Let's find out. It's right. That's a high one. 63, taking your total up to 74.
390 medals for Russia. In the 2000 Olympics, Alexei Nemov, who's a Russian gymnast, won the most medals there, won 6 medals. But every single Olympics since, Michael Phelps has won the most medals. Every single one of them.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Vicky, welcome. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I was a customer services manager,
Yes.
but I was recently made redundant. So if there's anyone out there that needs somebody, I'm your girl.
OK, that's good. That's good. Put it out there. This is another service, Pointless Runs. OK, and currently to be found, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark on the Isle of Wight.
Preferably, yeah, but I'm willing to travel.
OK, has own boat.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to travel, but yeah, preferably on the island, and to be able to enjoy island life as well as work in there would be
Now,
great.
be honest, are you loving island life?
Yes.
Oh.
Just a little bit.
In terms of quality of life, though, if you look back
Perfect.
to when you were working customer services and then, the Isle
Well,
of Wight.
I love my job
Yeah.
because I like being able to turn a complaint round into a positive.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And to be able to do that on the island, there aren't that
that'd be
many
ideal.
complaints.
Oh, no one complains on the island,
No.
on the island, because it's
No,
just
they're having too much fun.
wonderful. And presumably the weather's quite nice there.
Beautiful. Even when it's raining, it's nice.
And you have Cows Week. Is that fun? I imagine it probably is.
We don't go, no, because it's too overcrowded.
Oh, I guess it probably is.
No, we're over the other side.
But your side of the island, presumably hardly anyone there at all.
No,
in
it's
Cows Week.
perfect. So it's a really horrible place to visit. Don't go.
OK, brilliant. Now I've got you, Vicky. Yes. OK, now, you are on 46 at the moment. You have to score 27 or less.
OK. I'm going to say Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Ethiopia, getting a firm nod from Chris. That looks good. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below that with Ethiopia? Let's find out. It's a good answer. Is it going to be low enough for you? Yes, it is. Very well done. Oh, look at that, down to 10. Plenty to spare. Takes your total up to 56. Very well done indeed, Vicky.
Yes, very well thought out answer, Ethiopia. 37 medals, again, all in athletics and mainly middle and long distance.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. James, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work as lawyer support officer for Her Majesty's Land Registry, which basically means I'm the middleman between the lawyers at the agency and the rest of the world, whether it be our other staff or solicitors or members of the public. I've worked for the Land Registry for 17 years. Like Chris, I'm a big sports fan, big fan of Hull City, AFC. I've been a season ticket holder for 30 years this year. I also like cricket. I like going and watching gigs as well.
Very good. OK, now, James, you're on 14. You have to score 59 or less. 59 or less, surely. A correct answer, I'd have thought, essentially, should get you through.
I've had a few answers swirling through my head, but I think the one I'm going to stick with a similar part of the world. So the last answer, I'm going to go for Kenya.
Kenya, says James. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Kenya? There it is. Let's find out. It's right. And you're through. Look at that. It was 10 for Ethiopia, 11 for Kenya. There we are. Takes your total up to 25. Very well done. Lowest total of the round.
Yeah, very cleverly piggybacking on Vicky's answer as well there. 53 medals for Kenya. Again, similar events as well. Now, there's lots and lots of low answers here. Greece is the only low answer we had during the round, so I'll take you through some low scorers. 9 for Brazil, 6 for Netherlands and Sweden, 4 for Cuba and Norway, 3 for Hungary, New Zealand, Romania, South Korea, 2 for Denmark. You'd have got 1 for Czechia, Czech Republic. Switzerland would have scored you 1, as would Turkey and Ukraine. Now, here are the pointless answers. These are the ones that would have added £250 to the jackpot. They've all won more medals than Michael Phelps. Azerbaijan, Belarus. Belarus have got 69 medals, done ever so well. Bulgaria, 35. Georgia and Iran, both very, very strong in wrestling, Georgia and Iran. Kazakhstan as well. You could have also had 2 more, Poland and Uzbekistan. Very well done if you said any of those. Let's take a look at the top 3, the ones that most of our 100 people said. You would have scored 46 for Germany, as we know. There's Russia on 63. Only one bigger, China, 69.
Thank you very much, Richard. So we are at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. I'm so sorry, Beth and Sean, once again. Our first Exeters. I'm sorry. It's been lovely having you on both shows, but this is where we say goodbye. It's the end of the road. Beth and Sean, thanks so much for playing. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done. We made it through to round 2. Fiona, in some style, I might add, our lowest individual scorer there. And Chris and James, our lowest combined scorers. And Vicky and Colleen, just great to have you with us. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is literature. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns books with "and" in the title, Richard.
Yep, we're going to show you the titles of 6 books on both passes, which have the word "and" in their title. We've taken out every other word apart from "and" and "the." We're going to give you the initials of those other words, but what are these books, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our first board of 6 books. S and A, Arthur Ransom, 1930. The C, P and the W, Michael Faber, 2002. D and S, Charles Dickens, 1848. J, S and M, N, Susanna Clarke, 2004. P and P, Jane Austen, 1813. And N and C, Mallory Blackman, 2001. I'll read those all again. S and A, the C, P and the W, D and S, JS and MN, P and P, and N and C. There we are. Chris.
Yes, when we were deciding who was going to go first and second, I guessed it was going to be a board question, and I thought, oh, I'll probably know at least one of them, so I'll go first. And I was exactly right, because I only know one of them, so I'm going to have to go for Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, says Chris. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Pride and Prejudice. It's right. 74. Not bad. Tactically, you've taken perhaps the only one other people knew off the board.
Jane Austen sold the copyright of that novel for £110. Since sold over 20 million copies.
That's annoying.
She probably doesn't even make money from the films.
No. That's a shame. Thank you very much. Now, Vicky. Vicky, what would you like to go for here?
Well, that was actually the only one I knew. So this is going to be a bit of a guess, and I'm just going to make it up.
OK, well, who knows? Oh, they made it up.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I know I'm going to get really told off after this.
By whom?
She's standing right next to me. So let's go Arthur Ransom, Sand and Air.
Sand and
I haven't
air.
got a clue, sorry.
Sand. Come to the Isle of Wight, for it's sand and it's air.
Exactly, that's where I'm going.
Sand and air. Let's see how many of our 100 people said sand and air. Let's see if it's right. There we are.
Shocked.
There we are. I'm afraid not sand and air scores you 100 points.
Colleen, your face was a picture.
Sorry.
There, I would say. That was lovely. I would call it shocked and amazed, maybe, was the expression.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, Fiona, you are the last person to have this board. Feel free to talk us through it.
That would be great if I could. But I know one of them, so
OK.
I'm going to go for that one. Yeah, I knew Pride and Prejudice, but the only other one I know is Noughts and Crosses, for the bottom one by Mallory Blackman.
OK, Noughts and Crosses, says Fiona. If you're only going to know one, that sounds like a good one to know. Noughts and Crosses, how many people said that? 100's the high score, you pass it. 74's the low score, you pass it. Down, still down to 8. Very well done indeed, Fiona. Second lowest score of the game from you.
Yeah, wonderful book, wonderful author as well, Mallory Blackman. Well played. This caused some trouble, didn't it, this round? It is not sand and air, it is...
Swallows and Amazons.
Swallows and Amazons. Yep. That would have scored you 29. Michelle Faber, do you know that one?
I can't remember what it's called.
Crimson Petal and the White.
The White, yes.
That would have scored you 2. Now, there's a Dickens one there. What Dickens would that be?
Dombey and Son.
Dombey and Son. That would have scored you 17. And another very low scorer, this one, the Susanna Clarke novel.
Yes,
They made a TV version
We've
of it
got
as well.
it. Jonathan Strange.
Yes.
And Mr.
Norrell.
Norrell.
Jonathan
Norrell,
Strange
thank you.
and Mr. Norrell would have scored you 4 points if you said that. So the best
There we
answer on
go.
the board is the Crimson Petal and the White.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 8, Fiona. 8 again. There you are, with a lovely low score. 74 is where we find Chris and James. 100 is where we find Vicky and Colleen. Colleen, you can atone for that. Did you know lots of the other ones on that board?
No, I did know the one that Vicky went for.
Ah, OK, well, good luck. Let's hope there's something you know on the next board. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more titles up on the board, and here they are. D and F, Evelyn Waugh, 1928. K and A, Geoffrey Archer, 1979. G, E and H, Dr. Seuss, 1960. A and D, Dan Brown, 2000. The B and D, F. Scott Fitzgerald, 1922. And S and L, D.H. Lawrence, 1913. I'll read those book titles again. D and F, K and A, G, E and H, A and D, the B and D, and S and L. There we are. Michael.
Yeah, yeah, literature was never my subject at school. There's a few I know. I think I'll go for Cain and Abel.
The Jeffrey Archer. OK, Cain and Abel, here is your red line, nice and high. Can you get below that with Cain and Abel? Let's find out. Absolutely you can. Down that goes to 25. Not bad at all. Takes your total up to 33.
Yeah, safely through. Well played, Cain and Abel.
Thank you, Richard. Now then, Colleen. We need a low score from you here.
The only one I'm 100% sure of, and I think I'll go for that one, is Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence.
Sons and Lovers, says Colleen. No red line, you're the high scorers. Let's see how many people said Sons and Lovers. It's right. 30. 130 is your total. Well, you might have done enough to keep yourselves in the game.
Yeah, it's a good answer. A semi-autobiographical novel by D.H. Lawrence.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, James, do you feel like talking us through that board?
No. I can talk you through two of them. A and D, I think, is Angels and Demons. But the one I'm going to go for is Green Eggs and Ham from Dr. Seuss.
OK, Green Eggs and Ham, says James. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Green Eggs and Ham? Let's find out. It's right. You've done it. You have done it. Down it goes to 22. Not bad at all. 96, your total.
Yeah, Angels and Demons would have seen you through as well, because it would have scored you 41. Correct answer. Now, these other two both score 6. The Evelyn Warriors...
Decline and Fall.
Decline and Fall. And the F. Scott Fitzgerald.
The Beautiful and Damned.
Correct. So 6 points for both of those. Best 2 answers on the board. Very well done if you said those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we are at the end of the second round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Colleen and Vicky. I'm afraid it is you. The sand and air, I'm afraid.
She won't let me live it out.
It's been lovely having you on. You'll be back next time.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you'll do much better then. But meantime, thank you very much indeed, Colleen and Vicky. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Michael and Fiona, Chris and James. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But from here on in, you play as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well,
a show of 2 halves, really. That first round, the countries was very good.
Very strong.
And then the books round, I say, was very bad.
Very poor.
So we're due to a swing in very good direction.
We are.
Don't you think?
But interestingly, Michael and Fiona, they were here last time, but they weren't the golden couple. Fiona has taken it up a notch today. She's had 2 very good low-scoring answers. I think she's been doing the heavy lifting, I should say, Michael, there.
Carrying the team.
Yes, yes, time to put that right. Chris and James, still largely unknown quantity.
They've been coasting thus far, I think.
A little bit, but I think this is where we will see their mettle. Very exciting. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns celebrities in the 1960s. Richard.
Simply 5 photos now of celebrities that were taken in the 1960s, but who are they, please?
OK, let's reveal our 5 celebrities from the 1960s. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 celebrities from the 1960s. Michael and Fiona, you get to go first.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
No, use it.
Okay. We're going to go for B because he doesn't trust his own instinct anymore. And say Twiggy.
Twiggy, say Michael and Fiona. OK. Chris and James, talk us through that board.
Well, I think A, I think Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I think Stevie Wonder for A.
And C, I'm kicking myself because she looks really familiar, but it's not coming to me. I don't know D. But we think that E is an unusual picture of David Bowie.
OK, you're going to go for David Bowie. So we have Twiggy, we have David Bowie. Michael and Fiona have gone for Twiggy for B. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Twiggy. It's right. Oh, that's a high score. 81. Chris and James have gone for David Bowie for E. That is an unusual photograph, isn't it? Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said David Bowie. It is David Bowie, and it wins you the point. Very well done. Down that goes to 49.
Yeah, that picture of Bowie there, you wouldn't know that he's going to grow up to be the most stylish man who ever lived, virtually, would you? You kind of go, OK, maybe.
Very well done indeed. Chris and James, at the end of that round, you're up 1-0.
Shall we fill in these? A is Stevie Wonder, quite right. Would have scored you 75 points. Some big scores in this round. C is Marsha Hunt. She would have scored you 7. And D...
I don't know, no.
Sally Field. That scored you 14 points.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, now, here comes your second question, Michael and Fiona. You have to win this one to stay in the game. Slight advantage to Chris and James. They get to answer it first. But best of luck. Our second question today is all about the 12 days of Christmas. Richard.
Yep, we're going to show you now 5 of the gifts that are given during the 12 days of Christmas, but we're only going to show you the initials of those gifts. Can you work out what they are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 12 days of Christmas clues. Here they come. NLD, TFH, TDD, TTD, and EPP. I'll read those all again. NLD, TFH, TDD, TTD, and EPP. Chris and James will go first.
I think we'll go for the top answer, and we think it's 9 ladies dancing.
9 ladies dancing, say Chris and James. So then, Michael and Fiona, can you talk us through that board?
I've forgotten already. 12 turtle doves, we think. And I think and 8 pipers piping. Which one are we going for? Yeah, pipers. I guess we'll go for 8 pipers piping.
You're going to go for 8 pipers piping. So we have 9 ladies dancing. We have 8 pipers piping. Chris and James said 9 ladies dancing. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said 9 ladies dancing. It's right. And that takes us down to 31. Michael and Fiona, meanwhile, have gone for 8 pipers piping, EPP. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it.
Oops, sorry.
11. Oh, bad luck. I'm afraid an incorrect answer there. And
11.
that means Chris and James, very well done indeed. After only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, I suspect you won't be the only people. I mean, there's 2 numbers, unfortunately, that begin with E, and it was the other one, 11 pipers piping. It's a low score because of that, actually. Would have scored 21 points. So would have got you the point. If you'd gone for 12 turtle doves, you would have scored 100 as well. Because if you'd gone for 10 turtle doves, you also...
doves.
There we go.
We weren't sure which number it was we were going.
If you had gone for your 4th choice of answer, you'd have been laughing. 2 turtle doves. It's actually a high score of 58 points for 2 turtle doves. And now the other 2, it is 3 French hens, which would have scored you 60. Now a slightly lower score for this one. In fact, a very low score for this one, because again, there's
They've
3.
all gone on. Yeah.
What would you have gone for here?
12. Drummers drumming.
You sound like a man who knows that rather than is just
I know it.
Oh, because you probably sung that a million
A
times.
million times.
I think I would have gone 10 drummers drumming, I think.
Really? Not enough. It's not enough drummers.
I suppose so. A couple more drummers. It is 12 drummers drumming. And look at the score for this. 6 points. A lot of
Do you
people
think
must have
most
thought it was
people
10.
give up before they get to that bit of the song?
Oh, it's right at the end, isn't it? Not the
Yeah.
beginning. So what's 10?
10 lords are leaping.
10 lords are leaping. 9.
Ladies dancing.
And then what's 8?
8 maids are milking.
7
swans are swimming.
There you
6
go.
geese are
The
laying.
rest I can do.
5 gold rings.
Oh,
4.
now he's singing.
There we go.
I knew I shouldn't have.
There you go.
I walked straight into that.
Yeah.
That's very good, your knowledge of that. Well done.
Well, you know, muscle memory. More than anything else, really.
There you go.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you to our pairs. I'm so sorry, Michael and Fiona, we have to say goodbye to you at this point. It's been a tremendous Pointless career for you.
We're just not allowed to work together.
2 head-to-heads, golden couple in the second head-to-head, but then in came Chris and James. In they came, and I'm afraid they whipped it out from under your noses. I'm so sorry. We have to say goodbye, but thank you so much for playing, Michael and Fiona.
Thanks for having us. Well done.
But for Chris and James, it's now time for our Pointless final. Congratulations, Chris and James. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. There it is. Well, very well done. Just come in here, one show, straight through to the final. And interestingly, we had 3 pairs of family members and 1 pair of friends. You're our only friends. They're our only friends. Yeah, you've seen off all the family members. So how do you feel about that?
Satisfied.
Yeah, good. And what do you want to see come up in this last round that'll help you win?
Another sports question, one that maybe doesn't pertain to the Olympics.
Yeah, or maybe TV comedy is a favourite of mine.
OK, very good. Well, best of luck. As always, as you know, you get to choose from the 4 we put up on the board. Let's hope there's something there that you like the look of. Today's selection reads like this. We've got French directors, rugby union grand slams, women in parliament, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. What are you thinking?
It's pretty thin field for us, but I think maybe women in parliament.
That's the one you're both tending towards?
Yeah, rugby union is probably one of the few sports that we both absolutely detest. So that was the one. So other than that, I think we both...
Spoken like a true northerner,
Yeah,
might I say.
definitely. League all the way.
Yeah.
Especially in Hull. But, yeah, I think for our interest, probably women in parliament.
OK, women in parliament it is.
OK, very best of luck, gents. 3 different questions here. Your first one is, we're looking for any female member of Theresa May's cabinets up to March 2019. We're looking for any woman MP who was first elected between 1979 and 1990 inclusive. Or we are looking for any women who joined the House of Lords since 2000 and are still there as of March 2019. So members of Theresa May's cabinets, women first elected between those dates, or any female members of the House of Lords who've joined since 2000. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Think so, yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, let's start with where we're from. Hull, Diana Johnson. Was she elected before 1990? So
No, she was 2000. I think we disregard the Lords.
Yeah, I'm not that big on those. Only Karen Brady would really want to add knowing the Lords.
The cabinets, there's Penny Mordaunt. I don't think she'd be pointless, though. Amber Rudd, Esther McVeigh, I don't think any of them would be pointless.
I think the first one you said would be the best one of those.
Best one of those. I think some of the women MPs, I think there was some ones around. I think Diane Abbott would be one, maybe Claire Short. A Yorkshire MP called Alice Mann, I think she might have been elected in the...
We need to start forward, don't we now? So we say Alison Mann.
Yeah.
A member of the cabinet, you said.
Penny Mordaunt, maybe.
Penny Mordaunt, yeah, and then do one that we know that's right, so we don't look totally stupid in the last round.
10 seconds left.
OK.
So should we say
Claire Short. I'll go for Claire Short.
Claire Short, yeah.
OK, there we are. Sounds like you've made your minds up. What are you going to give me?
Well, we'll go for a member of the cabinet, Theresa May's cabinet. We'll go for Penny Mordaunt.
Penny Mordaunt.
And women MPs were elected between 79 and 90. The educated guess is these, but I'm going to go for Claire Short.
Claire Short.
And Alice Mann.
Alice Mann.
M-A-H-O-N, yeah.
Alice Mann. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If it's right, Alice Mann. If it's
Alice Mann, we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Penny Mordaunt.
Penny Mordaunt, and then Claire Short goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Penny Mordaunt, Claire Short, Alice Mann. 3 very good answers on the board there. Surely one of those will be pointless. Well, if you leave here with a grand, what would you like to spend it on? Chris, I'm going to ask you first.
Yeah, I think we've just had a new kitchen installed at home, so as boring as it sounds, I think I would just build some new things for the kitchen.
Well, that's nice. That's exciting. New things for a kitchen. James, what about you?
Probably a pretty standard answer that you're going to get, but with £1,000, I put it towards a holiday for my wife and daughter.
Very good. Well, very nice indeed. Best of luck. Let's hope one of these answers will win that jackpot for you. Your first answer was Penny Mordaunt. In this case, we were looking for any woman in any of Theresa May's cabinets. If Penny Mordaunt is pointless, you leave here with £1,000. How many of our 100 people said Penny Mordaunt? Penny Mordaunt is right. She just has to be pointless now for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Down we go with Penny Mordaunt, through the 20s, into the teens, into single figures, still going down to 5. OK, 5. OK, let's move on to your next answer, Claire Short. In this case, we were looking for any female MPs elected between 1979 and 1990. Claire Short, you're pretty sure is right. She just has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Claire Short. It is right. Now, Penny Mordaunt took us all the way down to 5. Claire Short now takes us down through the 20s. We're into the teens, into single figures with Claire Short still going out, passing 5, still going down. You've done it! Very well done indeed. Fantastic. Very, very strong. Good work. This is a red-letter day for the kitchen suppliers of Hull and, indeed, the travel agents. So that is wonderful. Very well done indeed. Claire Short was a pointless answer, which means you are going away with that jackpot of £1,000. Very well done, Kristen James.
Beautifully played. We said they've been quite quiet in the first couple of rounds. They really showed their true colours in the head-to-head and now the jackpot round. Terrific work. Alice Mann, also a pointless answer. It won't surprise you to learn. So congratulations. Now, very different amounts of pointless answers in these categories. We'll start with Theresa May's cabinet. There's only 3 pointless answers, and they are Caroline Notes, Claire Perry and Natalie Evans. Well done if you said any of those at home. Now, the MPs who were elected between 79 and 90, there's about, I would say, 25 pointless answers here. Let's take a look at a few of them. You'll know them. Claire Short, Kate Hoey, Theresa Gorman, Virginia Bottomley, there's Angela Rumbold, Anne Winterton, Gillian Shepherd, Hilary Armstrong, Joan Ruddock, all sorts of answers there. Now, women who've joined the House of Lords since 2000, there are 143 pointless answers here, including Karen Brady, by the way. Let's take a look at a few of them. Llewellyn Benjamin is a pointless answer. The amazing Joan Bakewell, Karen Brady, Tanny Gray-Thompson's been on the show a few times. Yeah, 143 pointless answers there. Betty Boothroyd was the highest scorer. Doreen Lawrence scored points as well, as did Michelle Moan and Shami Chakrabarti. But pretty much every single other answer was pointless. So very well done if you got one of those at home. And congratulations. Good category to choose and great answers given.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, thanks once again to our winning players, Chris and James, who take away today's jackpot of £1,000. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.